Hello everyone, this is Justified Chill with my very first Let's Play of Fire Emblem, The Sacred Stones. And let us begin. This is the second Fire Emblem to be released in America, right after the very first Fire Emblem, or Fire Emblem Blazing Sword, to those who want to be technical. And I have to say, I'm really excited to do this. I haven't played this in a while, and you can see my practice file there, and let us begin with the prologue, The Fall of Radius. And I gotta say, this game, out of all the Fire Emblems that I've played so far, and that's about 6, 7 of them, I think. This must be the easiest one of the easier ones out there, because 7 on normal was way. I mean, the very first Fire Emblem was way harder than than this one would be on normal, and a lot of the others out there just don't compare in the difficulty that everything else. This won't compare to the difficulty any other Fire Emblem gives out. So, in other words, this should be a very fun LP, and I'm only doing this until I get my capture card. I don't know if I should say that, but this is one of the games I will be doing until then. I will complete this LP, and I hope you guys will enjoy it. The continent of Magrel. For some 800 years, a quiet peace reigned in the absence of the terrible darkness. Sacred stones had been passed from generation to generation. Nations had been built around their power and their legacy. The kingdom of Radius, ruled by Fado, the peerless warrior king. The kingdom of Frelia, ruled by Hayden, the venerable sage king. The kingdom of Gehenna, ruled by Isimir, queen of the White Dunes. Which is pretty awesome for a title, Queen of the White Dunes. Or the theocracy of Roston, ruled by Manso, the divine emperor. And there's the church folks. Hi, church folks. The greater empire, ruled by Vigade, the stalwart, silent emperor. These 5 countries house the power of the sacred stones. They are joined by the emerging mercantile republic of Cartino. So, to them, there is no set ruler. They are ruled by, I guess, by everyone. Everyone has their own little say in it. I guess you could say it's like, there's different places, and each place sends up a representative, and then they talk for them. You know, usual stuff. The Greater Empire, the largest of the Sacred Stone nations, has invaded the King of Radius under orders from Emperor Vigade. What? No! A longtime ally of Grado, Radius, is caught off guard, unable to mount any resistance. Boy, that just sucks. Oh. Grado's forces move quickly, seizing one territory after another. Compounding King Fado's worries, his son, Prince Ephraim, has gone missing. Grado's momentum carries its armies to the gates of Castle Ranius itself. Ranius will fall. It is inevitable. Boy, this is getting exciting. I can already tell. Oh boy. The fall of Ranius. Ranius Castle. Here's your generic soldier! Your Majesty, I bet have bad news. The castle gate has been breached. Emperor Vigade's forces are within the castle walls. I understand. The garrison has fallen. We've lost contact with Prince Ephraim and can expect no aid from his men. Your Majesty, what are we to do? Well, what else can we do? Order your men to lay down their arms. That's not the answer he is expecting, probably. Father! Erika, are you wearing the bracelet I gave you? Yes, I have it right here. Good. Seth. Yes, Your Majesty? Take Eureka and head for Frelia. King Hayden. Oh, I'm sorry, guys. Kate is an honorable man. I trust he will keep you safe. Understood. And what of your majesty? Me? I shall remain here. We have long held Grado among our dearest allies, yet now they attack? I must know why. Am I somehow responsible for this? Have I erred in my leadership? Readiness is mine to guide. How could I have failed her so? Father, you can't stay. You mustn't. If you remain behind, then so shall I. Go now. Set. Ride. Take her to safety. Father! Forgive me, Your Highness. And out they ride as the doomed warrior king faces his end amongst the Grado people. Ephraim, Erika, you must survive. General Set, friends, ride ahead and bring word of our coming to Frelia. A single rider has better odds of passing unseen by Grado's men. Convey to the throne all that has happened here and petition for reinforcements. Understood. Princess Rika, we must. Quickly, behind me! Oh, who's this? You there, with the girl. Tell me, would that be the wayward Princess of Ranus? Well, this must be my lucky day. You're dead, man. The wench goes with you. Never! I am Volter, the Moonstone, Grado's finest general. And you're just a corpse who does not know he is dead. Miss! Oh, snap. You have... man. No! Such terrible wounds, and still he holds to his beauty. How entertaining. Fly away, little man. Fly away. Try to outrun death. More time to savor the hunt. And the kill. That was Walter, the Moonstone General. We will be seeing a lot of him later. Trust me. That is not the last we are gonna see of that guy, but I'm getting ahead of myself. Please forgive me on grabbing of you so briskly earlier. Don't be foolish, Seth. If it weren't for you, I would never have made it out of that castle. You are the reason I'm still alive. You have my gratitude. And whoever that man was, he is clearly after me. Really? He clearly said his name. He shouted it to the world in a typical villain fashion, saying, I am me. I am the greatest person out there. You shall fear me. Practically. And you don't know who he is? Hell, he could have probably given you a business card and you still would have known who he is. Goodness. Now what of my brother on the Great Oak front? We've heard nothing from him for days. King Phaedo and Prince Ephraim are both valiant and brave men. I doubt even the might of the Great Oak Empire can hold them in check. More important to me, Your Highness, is that you look to your own safety. How sad the two of them would be if something were to happen to you. Must reach Frelia to ensure the day of your happy reunion. Yes, of course, you're right. Until I'm reunited with my father and brother, I must not despair. Come, Seth, let us go. Once we cross that bridge, we will be in Frelia, near border Mulan. Let us proceed, Princess Eureka. Uranus, I won't lie. This will not be an easy ride. Please take this figure, if something should happen to me. I must continue to Frelia. If no, alone, if need be. She got a rapier! You there, Reyna's dogs. Where do you think you're going? Grado's men. Stand back, Princess Eureka. It's alright, Seth. My brother has taught me something of swordplay. I will stand with you. Alright, let's get the show started. Move her forward. Get them at a natural choke point. Ha ha ha. And we won't be using Seth until the next chapter. Because he's way too overpowered for this section. And a hit! And another! Yes. Alright. If you see those arrows that are below, I'll show you for a second. Alright, if you see those arrows near the weapons, that's because swords, in this game, and most Fire Emblems, swords beat axes, axes beat lances, and lances beat swords. There are going to be some rule breakers to that later that we'll see, but for now, just ignore it. And Erika gets another critical. A critical in this game does 3 times the damage and will do massive damage to you. If the enemy has very high defense or a lot of HP, they will live. Now forests, they give us a defense advantage of 1 and avoid plus 20. So it'll be that much easier for Erika, a very high speedy character, to avoid these axe attacks. Alright, and now the boss remains. If you see a flashing cross on him, that means he has a cross. On any boss. And another critical for the win! Erika knocks this chump down like a chump. And she levels up in the process. Now leveling up is something you will not be able to control yourself. I think the very first one stays the amount that it had shown, but I'm not entirely sure. But most of the time it'll randomize the stats for what you get. So you'll never know unless you save state, but that's a completely different thing that I will not do. Sorry, take a drink. Lion, remember that name. Never thought. I didn't know it would be this savage. Are words useless? Is strength all that matters? So sad. Why would the Great Empire do this? To what end would they start a war? Princess. Don't worry, Seth. I won't give in to sorrow. Let's get moving. I'm not broken. I won't stop until I see Rhaenys restored. I won't stop until I'm reunited with my father and brother. Alright, so this ends this recording. Next video, we will be starting the Chapter 1, Escape, and see what happens to our dynamic duo. This is Justified Chill, signing